Hello, my name is Adrienne, and today we're going to be talking about the ethical and legal aspects of nursing informatics and the implications it has on our practice. So just for reference, I work at a level 1 trauma center, a busy one, and so most of my references and stuff like that are going to be concerning the emergency department just because that is what I'm more comfortable with. To get back to nursing informatics, what that is specifically is that it's the use of information technology in healthcare with a focus on the information management. We look at technology as the tool, but it is not the main focus. So the saying is, with more power becomes greater responsibility. And that's kind of what nurses deal with when we have health information. So we have access to a lot of information. We have access to insurance information, personal health records, a lot of private stuff. And so it is our responsibility to make sure that does not get into the wrong hands. And there are a lot of ethical and legal implications that come with that. So we're going to take a step back and look at Nurse Rachel. So Nurse Rachel is an ER nurse, and she's looking on the track board and sees that a patient just checked in and some orders have been put in for them. It is her mother. So she's just keeping an eye on her mother's health record. She wants to know what's going on, but she doesn't want her mom to know that she's like spying on her. But it's out of good faith. I mean, it's just her mom, right? Well, that is a direct HIPAA violation. So HIPAA is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act that was enacted in 1996, and it sets the standards and guidelines for the use of personal health information and who gets access to that. Now, the direct violation here is accessing records that aren't at necessity for Nurse Rachel. So that Nurse Rachel her mom's not her patient. So that is illegal what she did. There are legal implications to her actions. Now, some of the legal implications are that she can pay a fine. I mean, anywhere between $100 to $250,000. Now, those higher up, legal implications, it depends on how many people you put at risk. So it's just one person with not bad intentions. So it depends. It's all up to the State Board of Nursing and what they decide. Also, it's up to the law, because that's a law. That is a federal law. And your facility also is going to address that risk that was just created. So now punishments are, dependent on who you put at risk, how big of the violation it is. But it's still something to consider, right? A law is a law. You don't want to break it. And we're going to take a look back at Rachel and see where she's at now. So a provider seen her looking at her mom's health record and was like, hey, I put in these orders. Are you able to go do them for me? And Rachel takes a step back and goes, oh, hey, she's not my patient. She's being truthful. She's not my patient. That's my mom. I'm just looking at her stuff. I want to see what's going on. I want to look at her labs. The provider then goes up to the charge nurse, because he also has a duty to report, and the charge nurse then informs the nurse manager. The nurse manager has a duty to report, and so it goes up to the risk team, and management basically decides to put Nurse Rachel on leave because they don't know what to do with her at this moment. They think the best thing is just for her to go on administrative leave and to come back if everything's okay. So Nurse Rachel is now looking at the Board of Nursing. What are they going to do with her? She now has facility penalties. She's looking at losing her job possibly. In the Board of Nursing, she's possibly going to lose her license for this HIPAA violation. Now, her mom doesn't want to press charges or anything like that, so that's helping her out big time, but a HIPAA violation is still a HIPAA violation. So what are the ethical implications to this? So we looked at the legal ones, now the ethical ones. Now, for ethics, there's a code of ethics that the American Nurses Association puts out. And one of the things that directly violates this is that autonomy and trust. When you access a patient's health records unknowingly without their permission and you have no reason to be in there, you're violating their autonomy and trust, because that patient is not able to say, hey, I want you to see my health records. That is a huge violation of the code of ethics. We also have a duty to protect patient information, and so allowing it to get into the wrong hands is also a big violation. We have a duty to report, so making sure that we're reporting anything that we believe is unethical, like a HIPAA violation. There's a website to report HIPAA violations to, but also make sure you bring it up to your manager and your management, because they probably have a risk team, and that's who's going to take care of that for you. And then we also want to make sure that how can we prevent these HIPAA violations? So, I mean, they're very easy to happen. Some of the ways that they happen is people logging into a computer and walking away and not logging out. So you want to make sure that you're logging out. You want to make sure that you're not using the same password for everything. Now, some facilities have passwords that you can only use, you have one password for everything, but making sure that's a strong password. So how many characters is it? Does it have symbols, signs? Is it a word? Is it something easy to guess? Is it your name? What years are you putting in it? Stuff like that, making sure that you have strong passwords, making sure that you have a conversation with your patient about who can call and receive information. I always like to make sure that the patient knows exactly who I'm talking to and what information they want me specifically to give out. And then also looking for phishing emails. So if you have an email, then you know that we are all subject to phishing and scams. And so it is very important not to click on any emails that is from outside your organization without a notification. So if your manager says, hey, I'm sending you this email from this website, that is one thing to look out for. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the nursing implications of informatics in legal and ethics. So thank you.